Hello guys, for today we're going to deal with the sum and difference of two cubes. Okay, so in getting the factor of sum of two cubes, so we're going to follow a certain formula, that is sum of two cubes, x cubed plus y cubed, is equals to the product of x plus y and x squared minus xy plus y squared. If we're going to factor difference of two cubes, then we'll have x cubed minus y cubed, that is simply equal to x minus y, that is equal multiplied by x squared plus product of xy plus y squared. So if we think of the sum of two cubes as cube of the first quantity plus the cube of a last quantity, so we have a formula: cube of the first quantity plus the cube of the last quantity, that is simply equal to first quantity plus the last quantity multiplied by square of the first minus the product of first and last plus last squared. Okay, so let's have some examples. Okay, so for example number 1, so I have here a cube plus 64. So what is the factor of a cube plus 64? So first, I'm going to make this expression in the form of this expression. Okay, so we have a cube plus, this will be 4 cube. Okay, so the expression now is in the form of f cube plus l cube, so that I will substitute that in our formula. So that would become first quantity, that is a, plus the last quantity, that is 4, multiplied by square of the first, and that is a squared, minus the product of the first and last, that is 4a, plus square of the last quantity, that is 16. So therefore, this is the factor of a cube plus 64. Okay, so another example, we have 8b cubed plus 27c cubed. So again, what is the factor of 8b cubed plus 27c cubed? So first, I'm getting the form, or I'm going to make the given expression in the form of this expression. So that would be 2b cubed, parenthesis, again don't forget the parenthesis, plus about 27, that would be 3c cubed. Okay, so now that is in the form of first cube plus last cube, then I will use the formula. So that will simply be 2b plus 3c multiplied by, that would be the first quantity squared, so that would be 4b squared, minus the product of the first and last quantity, that would be 6bc, plus the square of the last term, that would be 9c squared. So this will be your final answer. So another example, how about if we have 27c cubed minus d cubed. So how we're going to get the factor of this expression? Again, let's express 27c cubed in terms of cube. So this will be 3c cubed minus, how about d cubed? That is d cubed as is. Okay, so using the formula, the factor will be, that would be first term plus, minus the last term. So that would be 3c minus d multiplied by square of the first term. The quantity, that would be 9c squared plus the product of the first and last quantity, that would be 3cd plus the square of the last quantity, and that is d squared. So this would be your final answer. Okay, so how about another example? Sample number 4. Okay, so I have here 8e cubed f raised to 6 minus 125g cubed. Okay, so how I'm going to factor this? First, I will represent this first quantity in terms of its cube, so that would become 2ef squared raised to 3. Okay, and this will be, that would be 5g cube. 5 cube is 125. Okay, so using the formula we have, so the difference of the first and last term, that would be 2ef squared minus 5g multiplied by square of the first quantity, that would be 4e squared f to the fourth plus the product of the first and last quantity, that would be 10ef squared g plus the square of the last quantity, and that is 25g squared. So this would be your final answer. Okay, so how about this? Let's try this. Let's try to solve for this example. Sample number 5. What if I have here 64 minus p raised to 6? Okay, so how are we going to factor? So in this example, we can use two approach. Okay, so for the first approach, we have using the difference of two cubes. So I will let 64 be represented as its cube. So that would be 4 cube minus p terms of cubes, so squared raised to 3. Okay, so applying now the formula, we have the difference of the first and last, so that would be 4 minus p squared multiplied by the square of the first, that would be 16 plus the product of the first and last term, 4p squared, then plus the square of the last quantity, and that would be p to the fourth. But as you can see, we still have here, we can factor this expression using the dots or the difference of two squares, so that would be equal to 2 plus p multiplied by 2 minus p, and just copy the other factor. Okay, so this would be your final answer. Or another way of solving this, let me change my color. Okay, so is if I have here 64 64 minus p to the 6. So I will first transform this expression into a dots expression. So could use 8 squared for 64 minus p cubed and then raised to 2. So using dots expression, I can now say that this is the product of the sum and difference of the terms. So that would be 8 minus p cubed, 8 plus p cubed. Okay. But then since I will have now the difference of two cubes and the sum of two cubes, so I will express this as 2 cubed minus p cubed. Then the other one is again 2 cubed plus p cubed. So using the formula for sum and difference of two cubes, we have for this expression, so let me change my color. So for this expression, we have 2 minus p quantity square of the first, so that would be 4 plus product of the first and last is 2p, and then square of the last, that is p squared. Okay, so for this expression, so I have here the sum of two cubes, that will be 2 plus p. Okay, I will write this down here, so that would be square of 2, that is 4 plus, that would be minus, since this is a sum. Okay, minus 2p plus p squared. So this will be now your final answer. Okay, so how about you try on your own? Okay, so try solving this, then let's see if you can apply what you have learned in our topic. So try this. Okay, so for letter A, you have 64c cubed minus d cubed. Letter B, you have x raised to 3a minus 27y raised to 6b. Then letter C, you have negative 2m to the fifth plus 250m squared. Okay, so you have the luxury of time, so you can now start solving this given. Okay, so have a happy solving moment.